Hey everyone, welcome to the Pondering Nerd Show. This is our first episode of the new Pondering Nerd Show, and just a little bit of background about what we're trying to do here. We're pretty much going to be talking about nerd culture and everything that's in there. From comic books to medical advancement to people being maniacal geniuses like Bill Gates apparently, and just yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing, right, guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yay.
We're seeing. I mean,
enthusiastically too. Yay.
Yeah. So the show's going to be in two formats. There's going to be a video format that you guys can check out on YouTube, and it's going to be an audio format on iTunes soon to come. So so I guess we'll start off by introducing everybody here. I am Lance John.
I'm Mickey.
Yeah,
you kind of sound like the real Mickey right now.
I'm Mickey. You don't even know.
We're so gonna get sued.
I'm Masood House. You can call me House.
And I'm Nate Rowe. What's up, guys?
Yeah, that's the crew right there. Also, we do have one more host, but she was not able to make it tonight. I am just a fill-in. I wasn't pretty enough to be on the original show, so you just kind of call me last. It was like they're like, yeah, you can show up, I guess. But yeah, anyway. So
I like looking at him.
yeah, okay.
That's her boyfriend, by the way, guys.
That's why. So let's get started with the show here. Our first topic, I should say, our topic of the evening here for this segment is it's something that I found on the Guardian, and is an article written by John Newton, if that's how you pronounce his name, about pretty much Windows XP. If anybody's been following the news of Microsoft lately, for the last couple of months or so, Microsoft announced that Windows XP is going away. Like, they're no longer going to support it for the consumer level. I think they stopped supporting it back in April 8th, I believe it was, and ever since then they pretty much said that was it. But it's funny, they actually kind of, when I said there's no support, I mean there's not going to be any like patches, there's no more updates, none of that. You're pretty much done with. So if you have Windows XP in your computer, I would advise you to upgrade. Not to Vista, but to Windows 7 at least. You don't have to get Windows 8, but but yeah, the article pretty much said that apparently Bill Gates' plan all along was to have everybody run Windows XP, and he actually succeeded, because I would say the biggest consumer of Windows XP today is enterprise. That means your local hospital, the police department, government, whatever you can think about, they have it, the schools or whatever, and they all have Windows XP running on their computer, on other computer systems. Like your banks, like your the ATMs, they have it running on there, So, but that's a whole nother story when it comes to security or whatever. But if you are a consumer, I would advise you to upgrade to something else quickly. What do you guys think about this? Microsoft telling everyone to, pretty much, what's the terminology? Go home, or I don't know, go hard or go home. Essentially, what do you guys think about that?
Shut up.
Update or die.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, update or die. That was a good one.
Microsoft selling
I'm
T-shirt
making
that
the
says "Update or
t-shirt
Die."
now.
Update or die 14.
Yes, I love it. We should do that. That would be a great T-shirt right there.
I mean, it's kind of weird, man.
Page.
Right. I was gonna say, as far as the, going back to your question, man. Yeah. I think it's a staggering number. You know what I mean? That in that article it says 28% of PCs are still have Windows XP, and like you said with the enterprise, that's the first thing that came to mind to me was these, out of date local county, sheriff's office and schools and stuff that just doesn't have very good funding. They're having to work with all this old stuff. I mean, I think it's kind of, I guarantee you, you know, I know you said that's for another story, man, but the security issue is one thing that really bothers me because just because these things are not going to be updated anymore doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have funding to update, you know, so or to upgrade and get something better, you know. So that really scares me is that, you know, either they're going to have to upgrade to stay secure, or all of our information could just potentially be, you know, health records or whatever is not public domain, you know what I mean, could be potentially hacked stuff. So
it's well, the reason why I said this for another story, because like what I mentioned, the banks, like the ATMs, people don't really have to worry about the security aspect of that because their ATMs don't really connect to anything. They're kind of like all local stuff. So, you know, but like you are right though. Like things like when it comes to the police department and medical records and stuff like that, they are online. They are on the network, so they're very vulnerable to attacks by anybody out there with a computer, pretty much. So it's like, I guess my only advice for that sort of thing: just don't go online with Windows XP. You might get some sort of, you know, STD or something on your key.
STD.
Yeah, virtual STD. You don't want that. Yeah. But how's Mickey? You have anything else you guys want to add to this, or any thoughts?
Well, my first thought was, what about the money they would make from upgrades and support for technical support and stuff like that? I don't understand why. I mean, it's the capitalistic way, right? You want to make as much money as possible. So if you're not going to support a product that you put out into the world, why would you let go of that potential, the potential profits? I don't understand that. Like, why XP? You know, why didn't this happen with the other operating systems out there?
Well, they did eventually. It's just I don't think it was maybe as publicized, but I think at this point they have like most tech companies have a policy of, like, you know, eventually they have to like kill off the older thing, even if it's like well used, because they want to encourage people to get the newer thing. And I mean, at this point they still have, like, you know, Vista, as bad as that is, 7 and 8 that they're trying to market. So, you know, still have an XP, you know, now they're like, you know, I think the article said it's 13 years old now.
Yeah.
You know, so they really probably do want people to, like, you know, finally move on and, you know, maybe market out their new products, you know, because that's almost like, and, you know, as a video gamer, that's like Sony, you know, was marketing their PS2 for the longest, but that's like as if they're still trying to market the PS1, you know, like, there's a certain point when you have to say, all right, guys, we have a 4 out right now, please move on to one of those, 3, 4, you know, something.
And
no, that's fair. I didn't know the article was that old.
No.
Well,
XP is 13
years old. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I thought you meant the article.
No.
We gotta update our resources here. You know what I mean? We gotta.
It's funny because it's like, you know, to add to that, Mickey, as a company or any company that's about software, you can't keep supporting something so old because, one, no one makes those parts anymore for computers like that. The tools have changed. Everybody's moving to faster, bigger, stronger, you know, slicker. And Windows XP, even though it is a great operating system, I still have a computer sitting around here with one, with XP on it. It's just, you know, it have to move on. No one is supporting it anymore. Not even manufacturers. No one is building hardware to fit those things anymore.
But you know what, though? The consumer base, honestly, I'm going to say we, like, as the general public.
Yeah. We're part
we
of that.
Don't update things as much as we should.
Right.
So, from my understanding of XP, right, because I had XP on one of my laptops. It was very stable. It was very good for a long time. So there was no real incentive for me to change. And now, definitely, like, I would have to. There's no choice, but
you know,
I don't know.
You mentioned that. It's really funny you mentioned that. Yeah, because I don't think I ever purposely upgraded to the new operating system until I was forced to. Like,
Yeah.
with 7, I only got it because when I got a new laptop, that was like all they were selling that was on sale. And then with 8, I recently got a new laptop, and I had to get 8 because that was pretty much the only thing that was around in the stores that's near me.
Yeah.
And and that's like the new thing. And then like trying to find 7 or stick with 7 is like, really hard. So it's
Really
kind of funny.
deterred.
Say it again?
It's really deterred.
Yeah. But you can really see the strings behind the puppet show here, where they, like the article is really good at pointing out that like he's gotten off with what he wanted to do. He like this is like the #1 operating system in the U.S. I don't know about the world, but in the U.S. at least, it's so accessible. Because like Apple has a thing where it just seems like it's for like the elitists, or it's for the people who like have the money for these better computers. Linux, I heard, is really loved, but it's just that other thing that most people don't even know exists. And then you have this, which exists everywhere, schools, like hospitals, everything. So he really succeeded in that, and then we don't really have a choice in what we have. It's like, we're getting rid of this one right now, you have to move on. You go to the store, this is what's on sale, not that one over there, so...
Yeah.
And you don't really notice it,
Yeah.
Being a big video game, person myself, I like your comparison, you know what I mean? But at the same time, going back to my biggest fear, which is, I won't do any conspiracy theory things on you guys. I won't keep you guys 6 hours. But I'm just saying, like, if the information is going to be, these people, these hospitals, these schools, these sheriff's office, these government agencies, they're not necessarily going to have that money to upgrade, right then and there. And I think it's, though it's a good business strategy, to get some money in. I mean, it's also, I think it's almost a little unfair, you know what I'm saying, as far as, I mean, I do very much understand it's not like they update, I love that comparison, because, they don't, it's not like they put out updates for PS1 games anymore, or anything like that, so I totally get it, but at the same time, we don't have valuable information on our PS1s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have a system that's so built and flowing right now that, it's something very crucial to them, at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there are instances where people who they have machines that they need that only works with XP hardware, that only works with XP software, and and the company, whoever built this particular machine that they bought all those years ago for thousands of dollars, no longer exists. So there's like, well, I need this machine, I need this to work, and this is for my small business, or this is so I can, monitor my heart or take care of my sick mother, or whatever the case may be. There are those instances out there that they don't really have a choice but to stick with XP and stick with that hardware, which is completely understandable.
Could you imagine these small agencies, these government agencies, when they do go to upgrade, them having all that data into? I mean, like,
not realistic.
It's doable, but if you're going to be dealing with computers, you're going to be dealing with software. There's always the 3 rules of backup. If these agencies that we, our taxpayers, put all this money into them, and you don't have server farms, and you don't have things that, I mean, we all know they're spying on us now. And it's like, they would have to be smart about it going forward. So it's like, but I know smaller agencies may have a problem with that, but
we're not really talking about the federal level, though. Like, think about the local government organizations.
Yeah.
I doubt they back up their stuff.
They probably don't. I
don't know.
This is why I need to start my discount backup company, and better than what's that Carbonite? I do it for half the price, and some beer. I just come in, I'll be like, yeah, I can back up all this shit on this 2 terabyte drive right here. There you go.
Make that money.
Make that money.
You heard it first here on Pondering Nerd Show.
Discount backup rates, yeah. But that brings us to the end of our first segment here. So, I hope you guys enjoy our little talk, and please leave a constructive criticism below in the comments. We all know you YouTube people. You know.
Oh, you're gonna say what you want to say anyway, so
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
say troll us. Troll us all day until your
Yes.
fingers can't type anymore.
Yeah.
I'll take worship and praise.
Exactly.
If anybody wants to take that out.
But yeah, definitely let us know what you think. If you think we can improve on anything, or add this, take away that, whatever the case may be. Yeah. All right, that's the end of our first segment here. All right.
Oh, and if you have a topic that you'd like us to talk about, please put that in the comments below as well.
Oh yeah, I should mention that the Pondering Nerds show comes from a group on Facebook called Pondering Nerds. So definitely, if you have Facebook, look us up there. We're slowly actually rolling out on other social networks as well. So you will be seeing us pop up on Twitter, Tumblr, and those other places as well. So as those are added, we will be mentioning them in the video in our show as well.
If you're in New York City, look out for all the events that we have.
Yes, definitely.
We're a social group too.
Comic-Con coming up. Just throw it out there. Tickets go on sale June 18th, so get your tickets so you can come out and chill with us in person.
Jabbit Center.
Yeah,
we'll blast you.
Yeah. All right. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.